Hey everyone, Greta here. Today I thought we could talk about pranayama, breathing technique. Back in the pre-COVID days, where it feels like lifetimes ago, we would be practicing physical yoga without the mask. And one of the more popular breathing techniques that we would use was called UJJAYI breath, the breath of victory. And then after COVID hit, we started to practice with the mask and the breath was compromised. But now, since a lot of places allow us to practice without the mask, I thought it would be great to just bring this back, or maybe to introduce to those of us who started their yoga journey during the times of COVID. UJJAYI breath, in English is called the breath of victory, is one of the more popular breathing technique done in a physical yoga setting. However, it could also be done on its own, and this is actually one of my favorite breathing techniques to do because the sound of it is very, very therapeutic. The breath is really deep and I could really feel my inside. So it's really, really an amazing experience. The benefits of UJJAYI breath, it gives you calmness, it gives you the energy, and it could be done throughout the entire day. And also it helps to massage our internal organs. This is not just like a woo-woo thing. It actually has a lot of science, and also it's basically how our body is structured. So the breathing muscle, the primary breathing muscle, is called the diaphragm, which is a muscle that looks like a parachute that is sitting underneath the lungs. And underneath the parachute, the diaphragm, we have the liver, the stomach, the spleen, all those other internal organs. When we inhale, the diaphragm has to pull down to create more space in the chest cavity for the lungs to expand to take in all the air. And when we exhale, the diaphragm would relax, would bounce back, and forcing the air out and relaxing the chest cavity and also relaxing the lungs. So this movement of inhaling and exhaling with the diaphragm pulling down and bounces back up, it also compresses the organs underneath it. Hence the term massage. Of course, it's nothing like those really intense Thai massage that we all love, but there's a bit of compression and relaxation involved. So that is why people say, oh, when you practice yoga, it helps to massage your internal organs. So there's a lot of things in between it, but that's how the two kind of got glued together. So let's see how it's done. We would start practicing with our mouth. So imagine you are fogging up a mirror. So you can actually do this right in front of a mirror, or maybe hold up your hand and just imagine the palm is the mirror. And then I want you to breathe out with your mouth as if you want to fog up the mirror. So it sounds something like, okay, deep and long. And then you do the same as you inhale. Exhale. So continue on your own. Imagine you're like a vacuum sucking air in. And then fog up the mirror as you exhale. Continue. Just keep in mind the shoulders don't need to go up and down when you're breathing. Okay, just let it flow naturally. And then when you are more familiar with this breathing pattern, I want you to exhale with the lips closed while maintaining this fog up the mirror concept. So inhale with your mouth and then close your lips and breathe out with your nose. Imagining you fog up the mirror with your nose. Keep your teeth relaxed. And then when you are used to this, close your lips when you're inhaling. So the air will be going past through the back of your throat all the way down. And then when you're inhaling, the diaphragm would press down. And when you exhale, your diaphragm would relax. Continue to breathe like that. And you can actually hear your own breathing. It sounds like a gentle ocean, which I really, really like to hear. It does take an effort to breathe in UJJAYI, but make sure that you're not like forcing the air in, forcing the air out. It's not like that. So it's nothing forceful. Yes, you can hear your own breath, but it should be slow and calming. No sudden jerks of inhale and then a really long exhale like that. Okay. So take your time. It does take practice, just like anything yoga related. And generally speaking, the exhale would be a little bit longer than the inhale, because when you're exhaling, you relax the diaphragm. When you inhale, you need the effort to pull the diaphragm down. So just make a mental note of it. Just be aware that you want the inhale and the exhale to be about the same length and about the same effort. And if you're new to this, and once you get comfortable with the UJJAYI breath, okay, you can do like a down dog with it, maybe a few rounds of sun salutation, just to see if you can, sync the breath with the movement. And then once you get used to that, then you can, expand it to maybe half of your yoga practice, or maybe even to the entire yoga practice. Of course, just make sure that however way that you're breathing with a lot of consciousness. You're not just breathing because you have to breathe. And if any time during your physical yoga practice with that UJJAYI breath, if you feel there's too much happening, just be gentle on the breath. Okay? You can always come back whenever you are ready. Okay, so that's my sharing for today. I'll see you again soon. Take care.